What up? Player Preacher, what's good, bro? Appreciate you being in the joint, fam. Q Maldonado, appreciate you being in the joint, fam. My brother D. Flemings, I see you, dog, what's good, man? Appreciate you being in the joint as well. Salute to everybody listening. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Appreciate it. All right, let's get the people, man, about 2 or 3 minutes to get in here, man. Let's get the people about 2 or 3 minutes to get in here, man. Just a few minutes, man. Y'all be patient, man. We want to give a little window for the start of the show. Not the 10 minutes that we normally do, man. We're going middle of the day. I know people got things to do. SJ3, my brother, salute to you. Appreciate you being in the joint. Brown Hornet 1975, salute to you, bro. Dev Miles, man, salute. Appreciate you brothers being in the joint, man. Salute to the Mod Squad. Got held up with a client earlier, man, so today's stream, man, is coming to you on the Sony A6100. Sigma 16mm f1.4. One of the coldest lenses in the game. J. Kemp, salute, bro. Appreciate you being in the joint. Maybe another minute and we're gonna go ahead and do it, man. Salute to the Alphasphere. Yep. All right. Salute to the Alphasphere, man. Let's get ready to do this thing. Appreciate everybody being in the joint. Young Pegs, appreciate the $2 super chat, bro. Salute to you as well, man. Appreciate the support. All right, man. Today's topic, man, 10 misconceptions about dating and relationships. Now, why am I talking about this? Well, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I put a video up yesterday, and I just want to share with you some of the things that I heard on this particular video, man, that I got in the comments on this particular video, man. It's crazy, man. Some of the things that I heard, some of the illogical things that I heard, I just want to share a couple of them with you, man. So, because I was going to do a totally different topic today. So, someone came in and said, so sorry to say, but if you need money to be alpha, then you're not alpha to begin with. because there now is no difference between you and that blue pill simp over there. Now, what this guy is saying is that because you have money and you equate having money to being alpha, to being the most alpha version of yourself, that you are the same as a blue pill simp. He says, I've been alpha to women before, even though jobless. I'm just laughing at you guys steadily blue pilling yourselves. LMFAO. Let me tell you something, bro. If you were alpha and jobless with nothing, you shouldn't even be bragging to anybody about the quality of woman who will accept that. Any type of alpha interaction from a man who busted and disgusted. Secondly, if you don't have money, then you can't be the most alpha version of yourself because you can't control anything. Boy, if you ain't got no money, you struggling to have a roof over your head. If you ain't got no money, you might not even have a car to move around, bro. And so basically, if I'm broke and he's broke, that beta male simp over there, then me and him are the same because we ain't got no money. If us having money makes us the same, then us not having money makes us the same. You see what I'm saying? These guys are so, and this guy right here has been selling himself, buying into the alpha energy and all of that, man, for a long time. He's been a long time supporter, man. You know what I'm saying? But that's his mindset. So instead of blocking him, I know he's listening and I want to educate him. But I don't need any of that foolish energy in here, so I made this a members only joint. Now, another thing I heard is this, man. Fellas, I don't care if you have a 9-to-5 or you're a CEO. She will still cheat. It's in her nature. I've seen both sides. When the man was paying all the bills and she was at home taking care of the children, she would get bored of that lifestyle, even though she doesn't have to work. Being submissive has to be within her. That's the only way it will work. Man, let me tell you something. Even that is another illogical outlook. We ain't even talking about a woman cheating. See, this is a man who's been heartbroken by a woman that he thought was it, and she ended up just being normal. Like we're alpha. We have our expectations of women. We know that what do we say all the time? A woman's idle mind is the devil's playground. We say this all the time. None of us, well, we ain't talking about letting no woman stay at home and just take care of the children and she don't do nothing. Even if she taking care of the children, she gonna work for you. But guess what? She can't work for you if you ain't got nothing. Now let's get into this thing, man. Let me fix this mic cord, man. It's all anyway. Y'all bear with me. Y'all might hear a little noise here, man. Now, I just wanted to share those two, man. There were several others, man. I also heard that I'm not alpha, I'm beta, because when people disagree with me, I block them. Well, this is the thing. I don't block people who disagree. You know what I'm saying? I block people whose energy is super beta. Let me tell you something. If somebody comes to a comment section, let's say if you're talking about fishing and somebody comes in and say, man, fishing is stupid. Everybody who fishes is dumb. You stupid if you fish. You're killing those fish. You're doing all this, blah, blah, blah. One of those people come into a fishing channel. He has the right to block that person. That's a troll. That's negative energy. You block out negative energy. People that don't understand basics, you block them out. This is what, and of course, you know that had to be either a female or a beta male saying something like that. But you have to understand, when you're in a position of power, you exert that power however you want to. You know what I'm saying? Just like this members only chat. I could do members only on every single live stream from now on. People may complain about it. Man, BOA only do chats for members. So what? Become a member if you want to be in the chat. See what I'm saying? That's why you don't listen to women and beta males. So first of all, let me cover this. Even women who are raised to submit, it is foolish to believe the first idiocy we want to think about, and that's a word I just made up, is the fact that a woman who is raised to be submissive will gonna be submissive to any man anyway. I want you to think about that, man. When you understand, bro, that just because a woman has been raised to be submissive, that don't mean she gonna submit to a beta male. Because let me tell you something, a beta male ain't raising his daughter to be submissive. An alpha male, a dominant male, is raising his daughter to be submissive, not by his words. You can't, we all know women. You can't tell a woman that something is good for her and then she's looking at somebody that's having a bad experience with it. You see what I'm saying? You have to prove that to your daughter by the way you interact with her mother or by the way you interact with women, with any women you have in your life. You can't very well tell your daughter she has to submit to her husband when you sitting being taken through there by your own wife, by her mother. You have to lead by example. Women follow examples from men. They don't follow your words. So just because a woman has been raised to be submissive don't mean that she come across you and you a beta male, she gonna be submissive to you. She's been taught to be submissive to a certain type of man, a dominant man, an alpha man, a man who understands the need to be in control in every single situation in his life. And if you ain't in control of the situation, then you ain't talking about nothing. You just talking crazy. And in this society, whoever controls the money controls the scenario. Whoever controls the money controls the scenario. I say again, whoever controls the money controls the scenario. That's why you can be fired from your job, but the person who signs your check cannot be fired because they control the money. If I write the check, I control the money. When I hear trainers talking about they fired their client, dude, you didn't fire your client. How you fired your client and you the one that ain't making the money? You can't fire your client as a trainer. That's one of those feminine outlooks that trainers have when they feel like they want to give themselves props and just make up, illogical things. Well, I fired my client. How did you fire your client when they hired you? How do you get hired as a trainer, but then when you lose the client, you fired the client? You don't hire clients. But it's the same instinct, man. You got too many beta males out here, man, living in this environment, man, they don't want to accept that they're beta. That's the problem with the world. Many men don't want to accept that they're beta. The majority of men out here are beta. The majority of men are beta. And they don't want to believe that they are. They'll make up something else to be. So no, just because a woman's raised to submit, she's raised by a certain type of man to submit to a certain type of man. And that man is not a beta male simp mangina who believes that he should give his woman 50% of the power in his scenario. Secondly, the second misconception about dating and relationships is that broke men have the same rights and respects as paid men. We know this to not be true. But the beta male believes that he has as much power in a scenario, even though he ain't got no money. Like homie just said, he been alpha before to women and he was jobless. Just because you jobless don't mean you ain't got no paper. But you ain't been busted and disgusted, flat broke, and been alpha to no woman. Just because she's a female don't mean she's a woman. I'm talking about a woman worth having. Let's signify this by this. If you would keep that woman, if you were a millionaire, then she's a quality woman. If you broke and you were the woman, and if somebody came and said, hey man, I owe you $500,000, and they wrote you a $500,000 check, if you would leave that woman immediately, even if you give her a little money, but if you leave her immediately, you shouldn't be talking about how you was alpha on that woman. It don't matter, man, if you have a woman who is bad built, is she bad looking, or she uneducated, unlearned, she ain't got no good sense at all, man. She has low self-esteem, man. She got multiple children by multiple men, man. Bro, that does not matter. You shouldn't even brag about a woman like that submitting to you. I'm talking about a woman that's worth having. A woman that you would keep if you were in the best position. Because I promise you, if you jobless, you can't get the same type of woman you could get if you paid. These boys out here talking crazy out here. A broke man cannot get the same type of woman he could get if he was paid. You can't even be in the same places that women who paid men are at, boy. You can't even be a good trick if you ain't got no money. So when men talk, man, money don't make you alpha, I guarantee you much more alpha with money than you are broke. Because you can't control anything as a broke man. Not in this society. You may be able to go somewhere else, but in America, man, you can't control nothing if you ain't got no paper. Money don't make the world go round, but money damn sure make America go round. And the bottom line is, any man who doesn't accept that is simply saying that he just doesn't understand what it takes to be in a great situation, man. And let me tell you something else, man. I had a brother come in and say, now, this was a good comment, man. And I want to talk about this, man, because, this is one that I think that a lot of men may feel this way. A lot of men may feel this way. He says, man, that thanks for the reality check, bro. But what you're basically saying is that I'm jacked up. I'm an entrepreneur freelancer because I have authority issues and I can't stand a 9-to-5 life. Also, I hate to submit to fat old men. A lot of times they are in the corporate world at dominant position. But consequence is that I'm pretty low income. I tried to be a millionaire, but until now I failed. What can I do? I'm fit, though. I can manage my own time, so sometimes I work out twice a day. That's power, bro. Don't ever look at yourself and say that how much money you have is the determining factor. That's not what we're talking about here. It doesn't really matter how much money you have. It just matters that when you interact with the woman, she sees that you control your environment. You know what I'm saying? Bro, you ain't got to live in no expensive crib. You ain't even got to drive no expensive whip. But if you control your time and you do what you want to do, something that you love and enjoy, to control your life and control your environment and build your kingdom is your kingdom. That man over there may have a kingdom. His kingdom may consist of $1 million crib. Your kingdom may consist of a 1-bedroom flat. It don't really matter. Whatever your kingdom is, you build your kingdom for you, not based on what women want. Women don't care what a man has built. As long as you have built something that is yours the way you want it, she automatically comes in and submits, because let me tell you something that men don't understand. When you build your kingdom to your own specifications, when a woman comes in, she's in a strange world. Your world is strange to her. You know what I'm saying? Simple things like eating different from everybody else. Your world is strange to her. Women fall weak for things that are different and strange. They fall weak for it. So I tell you like this, man. So when a man says he pretty low income, hey, man, listen, bro, if you controlling your own time and doing what you want to do, boy, you got time to go to the gym twice a day, man, your income don't even matter, because a woman should never know your income anyway. So if you got $1 million or you got $100, a woman should never know your income. This ain't about women. This is about us as men and how we gonna deal with women. Has nothing to do with what she knows or what she thinks or what she feels. Has something to do with what you think, what you know, what you feel. That's what's going to enhance your interaction with women. That's why beta males cannot have any type of successful long-term interactions with women, man. They have to just do quick. Let's have sex right quick and leave each other alone. They can't get anything else from women because they don't know how to. All they know how to do is give to women. That's all they know how to do. They know how to give to women. That's why a beta male can't even wrap his mind around the concept that when he having sex with a woman and he making sure that she gets pleasure, he thinking that he came up. No, bro, you just gave everything that you got in order to make sure she has pleasure as well. You didn't get some type of unfair advantage in that situation. So another thing is this, man. This is another misconception about dating and relationships. That 50-50 relationships can ever be a position of power for men. See, let me tell you something. This interaction with women is based on patriarchal societies. In patriarchal societies, there are no 50-50 relationships. Somebody came in the comments, man, talking about, man, women in other cultures, women in other cultures, they go 50-50 on relationship. Man, probably ain't never been to no other culture. You got to really do some research to know the percentage of 50-50 relationships in other cultures, man. People just be coming in talking, man. Let me tell you something. A woman will never respect and revere you in a 50-50 relationship the way she does if you build a kingdom and then invite her to it. Because everything in that kingdom belongs to you. If you build your kingdom, everything in that kingdom belongs to you. She doesn't have any power in a kingdom that's already built. She doesn't have a power in a man's life when a man's life is already built. So for the guys talking about, man, we may be 50-50. We may both be building, going somewhere. If you're going the same place a woman going, you need to check yourself. That's like if you're getting up at the restaurant, going to the restroom. If you realize you're in the women's restroom, bro, you need to check yourself. It's the same thing in life. If you and a woman going in the exact same direction, one of y'all going in the wrong direction. And 9 times out of 10, it's going to be you. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be you. So some of these idiotic things, man, just make absolutely no sense. We may both be going somewhere. It's okay. It's okay for, both of us to be going somewhere. Come on, bro. 50-50 relationships are for broke dudes. It's better to just take your 50% and just downsize and live how you have to live on your own. Build your own life. Build your own life. If you got to go 50-50, you're the help. Women don't respect the help. They don't respect the help. A woman will never submit to the help. If you're her helper, you're kind of like a butler. You're kind of like a gardener. You're kind of like a housekeeper. Women don't respect the help. So you can't be someone she looks at as helping her live her life and think that you're going to be in a dominant position. Women don't respond to that. I'm telling you, the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. And let me tell you something else the fool said. Listen, if I'm alpha, it don't really matter if I got paper or not. Of course, having paper makes me more alpha. That's another area of being alpha that I've conquered. But the essence of the man is what determines how he deals with the money, what he does with the money. It's kind of like you got 2 men. They're both millionaires. One of those men will pay a woman to come spend the night with him. The other man will absolutely not pay the woman to come spend the night with him. He will absolutely not. It don't matter what she offers. It don't matter how cheap it is. There's one man who will pay her $2,000 to spend the night, and there's another man who won't give her $20 to spend the night. That's the difference between a paid alpha and a paid beta. It's different between a paid pimp and a paid simp. You see what I'm saying? The money doesn't determine how you interact with the woman. Whether you're beta or alpha determines how you interact with the woman. And so, I wonder how broke that dude is. For a dude to say having money makes you the same as a beta male, I wonder how broke that dude. He probably broke as hell, man. That boy probably don't get no money. I've never heard a man who gets to any money say that, because once you get to the money, you realize that your interaction with women changes. You have the choice to change your interaction. The problem with the beta male is he doesn't change his interaction with women. He refuses to change his interaction with women. 9 timers, appreciate $2 super chat, bro. Say, what up, BOA? You changed my life. Keep going, bro. No doubt, bro. Appreciate that, man. Just doing what the Most High put me here to do, bro. Appreciate the super chat. OB, appreciate $3 super chat, bro. OB say shalom, BOA. Peace to the chat. Shalom to you, bro. Appreciate the super chat, man. Another thing is this, man. Dudes think there's no difference in paying the cost to be the boss and being a beta male provider. That's the most idiotic thing I've heard. Let me tell you something. Paying the cost to be the boss, it's about your life. You do that with or without a woman. Before the woman even shows up, you're paying the cost to be the boss in your own life, which means that nobody tells you anything. You do what you want to do. You come and go as you please. You buy what you want to buy. You change what you want to change. You paint what you want to paint. You wear what you want to wear. You drink what you want to drink. You know what I'm saying? You want to blow trees, you blow trees. Hell, if you want to kill yourself smoking cigarettes, you do that. You do whatever you want to do. That's paying the cost to be the boss. Being a beta male provider is strictly about paying for a woman's bills. The difference between a beta male provider and a man who pays the cost to be the boss is the man who pays the cost to be the boss doesn't cash the woman out. Paying the cost to be the boss is not about cashing the woman out. Being a beta male provider is about cashing the woman out. The woman come hit you up for some money for a car note. She come hit you up for some money for a rent. You meet a woman, she paying all her own bills, and then you get in her life and you take over the responsibility of paying her bills. You see what I'm saying? Betas want to be in that position. They they feel like it gives them some type of authority. It gives them some type of power to pay a woman's bills. But the problem is, if you're a beta male and you're doing that, trust me, any woman who can get one beta male to pay her bills, trust me, she can get other beta males to pay her bills as well. There are very few women who can get beta males to pay their bills and cash them out who can't get multiple beta males to cash them out. Because she's got to be a fairly attractive woman to get beta males to cash her out like that. So there's a huge difference between paying the cost to be the boss. Paying the cost to be the boss has nothing to do with women. The weird thing is this. When you mention paying the cost to be the boss, When you mention, you know, being an alpha male provider, guys' minds automatic. Man, guys have been talking about marriage and all types of things. Bro, this has nothing to do with marriage. The problem with the beta male, his mind skips to the front of the line. He doesn't go through the process of going through the whole understanding of your interaction with a woman begins the moment you meet her. You start being alpha or beta from there. You don't get to marriage and then suddenly start becoming a beta male provider. You were already a beta male provider. That's how you end up married. You know what I'm saying? If you're a married beta male provider, that's how you ended up that way. You kept spending and providing and spending and providing. The woman felt like, I better lock this fool down. And you got locked down, fool. You got locked down, fool. There's a huge difference between paying the cost to be the boss and being a beta male provider. Another thing, another misunderstanding about dating relationship, women think they deserve to be taken care of just because they have a menstrual cycle every month. I mean, just because they're females, they feel like they should be taken care of. Many women feel like no matter what they do, no matter what they say, no matter how they behave, they should be taken care of. They do believe that. The fact that they believe they should be taken care of regardless, it's not even about taking care of a woman. It's about having a woman come and live in your kingdom, come and enjoy your kingdom, come and share the benefit of your kingdom. This ain't even about cohabitation or marriage or anything. This is about when a woman comes into your kingdom, which is your life. The problem is these guys are so short-sighted that they think kingdom means their house or their bank account, or your kingdom is your life. If you build your life as a kingdom, then you have total control and you love your life. When you invite a woman into an environment of love because you love your life, not because you love her per se, but because you love your life, you love yourself, you love your relationship with God, man, you love everything around you. That is a hell of an experience for a woman, man. And a woman has to earn that experience. Somebody asked me, how do I know what woman I should let come to the crib? You just got to gauge her energy, man. You got to gauge her energy. The first time she does some flip, let me tell you something. It ain't my job to teach a woman how to behave. If she don't know how to behave, I'm not teaching her how to behave. She gone. If she alley and loud mouth and be popping off the mouth and talking all crazy and doing all that, I'm not finna try to convince no woman to not do that around me, because there are women who already don't do that. I meet women all the time who don't use a bit of profanity at all. You understand? I meet women all the time, man, who refuse to have body parts. You know, they already, hell, whatever they put on, man, their body gonna be framed up. But they refuse to have short shorts on, man, with the bottom of their butt cheeks showing. Or they refuse to wear something that's tight and shows their camel toe. Or they refuse to wear a sweater without putting pads over their nipples so their nipples won't poke out. I meet women like that all the time who don't want to be viewed as a piece of meat by men in public. That's a telltale sign of a woman who is trying to maintain quality about herself. Telltale sign. For me, anyway. That's one of the telltale signs that I've come across. So women think they deserve to be taken care of. Why? Because the beta male has made her think she deserves to be taken care of. If a woman dates 3 men and they all wine and dine her and take care of her, she meets the 4th man, she's going to automatically assume that that's the way she's supposed to be. Now, granted, there are some women, man, that I just didn't click with. They had made up in their mind that any man that wanted to be with them would wine and dine them. And, you know, my outlook is you got to earn that. And, you know, after a couple of conversations, you know, I realized, man, that, you know, it was a wrap on her, man. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, later on, every now and then I see one of the chicks, man, and she'll be like, well, what happened? You blah, blah. I say, babe, we just, you know, you're not compatible with my life. You know what I'm saying? You want things a certain way, something that I can't never give you, and I'm never gonna compromise that. So, you know, why keep wasting time? You know what I'm saying? I had one chick tell me, well, we could at least got it in, and I was like, well, no, ain't no need to do that. You know, why would I reward you with that when I know I'm gonna kick you to the curb? I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that breakup sex or that let's go ahead and get it in one time even though I don't like you. No, I will not reward a woman who has bad behavior or bad outlooks or is not commensurate with how I want to live my life and the things that I enjoy. I'm not going to do that. Another misunderstanding is that women want to use your resources and you can't play unless you pay. This concept that women seek out men to use their resources is just foolish. There's no way a woman can tell if a man is going to use his resources. She don't seek out men to use the resources. Women want a good quality of life. So even if they just dating you, they want a good quality of life. If y'all just kicking it, y'all just kicking it with benefits, man, she wants a good quality of life. Everybody does. That's why we work so hard and grind so hard as men, because we want a great quality of life too. So even if a woman has a little bit of money, she wants to enjoy the company of a man who has at least that much money or more. That just because to enjoy life, it takes money to really enjoy life, man. Even if you're going to be about nature, it takes money to take a trip to somewhere amazing just to be out in nature. You know what I'm saying? It takes money to go salmon fishing in Alaska. It takes money, bro. It takes money to spend 2 weeks in a fly cabin in Yellowstone Park, man. It takes in Yellowstone National Park. It takes a lot of money. It takes money to live a high quality of life, man. And that's what men don't understand. They think, man, that when a woman comes to you, if a woman gets your resources, it's not because she's this money hog. It's because you're a trick. Women don't just put men under a spell and men just funnel out their resources. If you tricking on one woman, you tricked on the last woman. If you paying this woman, you paid every woman before. There is no man who was all about being alpha, man. There is no pimps, man, who finally meet a girl off the blade and say, you know what? You ain't got to work out there. I'm going to take care of you. You just stay at home. It don't happen. It's a mindset. So, of course, if you offer your resources, a woman ain't going to turn them down. Man, if you expecting a woman to be so nice and so loving and so caring and so considerate that she not going to let you trick off on her, you crazy. She going to let you trick off on her. She gonna let you trick off on her, man. Every woman want to be wine and dine is a part of the little girl in her, it's part of the princess mindset. She wants you to buy a tiara and put her in a pretty dress and treat her like a princess. She wants that. Especially young women, they want that, bro. They respond to that. They love it. Not because they got a long-term plan to extract resources from you. But this is the thing. If you give a woman access to your resources, you're a sucker. And this gonna hurt some men's feeling, but suckers deserve to be played. If you're a sucker, you deserve to be played. It's kind of like if you got partners that snitches and y'all out there doing dirt and they snitch on you, you deserve to get snitched on. You running with some cats that you know are snitches. Men have to take responsibility for their actions. You can't blame your mama for teaching you to be beta. You're a grown man now. You've seen it not work. Like a man be talking about, man, you know, how you in your late 20s, early 30s, and you gotta take the red pill. Man, ever since you been alive, women been the way they are. Your mama probably was that way. Why in the hell you need to take a red pill when you saw your mama dog your dad out? That's one of the biggest misconceptions. I had somebody tell me, man, I got my red pill from I got my bootleg red pill from Amazon. I don't take no damn red pill. I ain't never needed no red pill to wake up and smell the coffee. I've been smelling the coffee since it got brewed. I ain't had to look out. Nobody had to tell me, man, you got to understand. All you got to do is look. All you got to do is look around you. The divorce rate it ain't just get high. It's higher than it's ever been, but it's never been low, not in our lifetime. Hell, my parents got divorced. Some of you guys' parents got divorced. Whether they were legally married or not, if they lived together as man and woman, then they broke up, it was a divorce. It's the same principle. Same thing happens. The legal side ain't got nothing to do with us. But when you got both of your parents in the house and then you don't have both of them in there anymore, it's the same thing. So what pill you need to take to wake you up boy, these dudes is crazy, man. These dudes is crazy, man. I've never understood that concept. You had to take the red pill? Why? Why were you even in the scenario where you needed to take the red pill when you know it don't even feel good to be a simp? Somebody had to convince you to do what's best for yourself? Come on, bro. Somebody had to tell you that The way your mama was with your dad, and the way your aunts were with your uncle, and the way your grandma was with your granddad, and the way your sisters are with their husband, and the way your teacher is with her husband, and the way the deacon wife is with him, and the way every woman you've ever seen is with their man, that you was gonna meet a woman that wasn't gonna be like that with you? Where do you even get that from? Most men don't even have an example of a woman who treats a man the way they want to be treated. So how did you think, where did you even make this thing up that you've never seen before? Cat's talking about taking a red pill. Especially if you're a brother. If you're a black man, you ain't seen no scenario, man, to make you feel like you gotta take no damn red pill. You know what? I can understand a white dude. I can understand that. Because as a white guy growing up, you probably did see a lot of times where a man just had the power. But the man had the power because he controlled the paper. I'm not saying every man who has paper that's another misconception, that every man who has paper controls the scenario. No, some men don't want to control the scenario, but I'm saying if you ain't got no paper, you can't control the scenario. I'm saying every man who controls his interaction with women is financially secure, at least. He's at least financially free. He's at least not in a situation where he needs a woman's presence in order to be able to maintain his lifestyle. If you need a woman's presence to be able to maintain your lifestyle, brother, you are not in a position of power. You are in a position of servitude, because at some point you got to serve that woman in some way to make sure that she's going to stay and keep contributing the way she's contributing to you maintaining your lifestyle. And this is just the facts. And the really damning part is you only got one woman. That's why a pimp rack up so many women. That's why a pimp try to get her stable, because then you ain't at the mercy of one woman. But even a pimp, when a woman go wild, a pimp don't cater to her. You know what I'm saying? He get raw on her. You know what I'm saying? A pimp, well, no, baby, don't go. I need you to go get this money, baby. That's how a simp talk to a woman. No, baby, don't go. You're gonna leave me with these bills and blah blah blah. Well, your ass should have never got under the bills, fool. Why would you put yourself in a situation where a woman has to help you pay bills, and then if she decides she want to leave, you got to downsize anyway? Just go ahead and downsize from the beginning. Don't give a woman that type of power in your life. Dude killing himself, trying to work 2 and 3 jobs, man, to take care of a lifestyle that he built with a woman. It's crazy out here, man. David N, appreciate the Canadian bucks, man. Canadian $5, bro. Bro say so many men want a woman to follow them when they don't even have anything for them to follow. Stop making excuses for yourself and get on your grind. Real talk, man. Men want a woman to follow them when they're already following someone else. How? If you're following someone else and you want a woman to follow you, she ain't following you, she following them. It's their program. Don't make no sense to me, man. You know what, man? Dudes don't have the patience to go ahead and build what they are. Dudes don't have the patience to go ahead and build what they are. The problem is that men are in a situation where they need a red pill. I don't understand the need for a red pill. I understand that men need it. I just don't understand why. Like, what did you see in your life that made you be blue pill? Are you telling me you were taught to do something, and when you look around you, it was ineffective for every man who was doing it, and you did it anyway? Think about that. I want every man who was blue pill, man, I want you to accept how stupid you were to be blue pill, so you will never go back to that again. I have consultation with men all the time who can't get over that mindset. And I'm like, bro, how can you not get over a mind? It's like a crackhead not getting over the fact that crack is killing them. It's an addiction to self-punishment, man. You're sadomasochist if you're blue pill, man. You're treating yourself like dirt for the benefit of someone else. Infamous, appreciate the $2 super chat, bro. It's crazy out here, man. It's one of those things, man, that I just absolutely cannot comprehend. I cannot understand why this takes place, man. Another thing, man. The misconception that women cheat on alphas and betas alike. That's one of the biggest misconceptions. That it don't matter if you alpha or beta. The woman gonna cheat on you anyway. First of all, An alpha male doesn't establish the type of relationship with a woman where she can cheat on him. A woman cheats on a man who expects her not to cheat. A woman cheats on a man who expects her to honor some monogamous vow, some internal monogamous vow. A woman can't cheat on you if you don't have an expectation for her to be perfect. A woman can't lie to you unless you have an expectation for her to be honest. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that expectation. We have long ago accepted women for exactly who they are. That's why we put ourselves in a position of power. And so a woman has two choices when she's in my life. Either she gonna submit or I'm gonna quit. Bottom line. I'm not saying I can make every woman submit, but I guarantee you I can make a woman not be in my life if she doesn't submit. And I'm perfectly okay. You know why I'm okay? Let me tell you why the beta male is not okay with letting that woman go when she won't submit. With letting that woman go when she treats him bad. Versus why the alpha male is okay. Because the beta male exists in a world where the woman's presence is necessary because part of the world, at least part of the world, sometimes the entire world is built around her. You got men out here that's living in houses they can't afford, that's driving cars they can't afford, that's embracing and embarking upon activities that they can't afford, all because it's the life that a woman wants. But guess what? If you live in that life, you need that woman to be there. You need that woman to help. You need that woman to contribute. It's not about whether a woman contributes or not. It's about whether you need her to contribute, and it's about whether or not she's contributing to her life that your ass is a part of, or she's contributing to your life that she's a part of. It seems real simple, but these men can't get it through their mental, man. I'm telling you, they can't do it. So no, women don't. I've never had a woman cheat on me, ever. I've never been in a monogamous relationship. Women only cheat on men who are in monogamous relationships. Alphas don't engage in monogamous relationships with women. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter who you are. Even if a man is not having sex with other women, an alpha always has other options. Even if it's just women that he deals with in business who he know want to get with him. He at least always has options. Beta males shut down all options in their lives. They they don't even do it intentionally, but all options in their lives are shut down. You understand? An alpha male can trade a woman out in a minute. Why? Because women are fickle like that. A woman will be on the team one day and the next day she's not. Any man who's in a joyous, happy situation with a woman right now knows that it can end next month. Knows that it can. You know how many men didn't know that their wives were in the process of divorcing them? Those 10 men a day who killed themselves behind a divorce, they didn't know the divorce was coming. They thought everything was perfect. They were providing and doing all of these things. And you know, the woman had her own life. Let me tell you the difference between an alpha male in that situation and a beta male. That situation for the beta male, he has no idea what his woman is involved in. His woman has the freedom to do whatever she wants to do. She don't have to clarify nothing with him. She don't have to verify nothing with him. You understand what I'm saying? And that's real talk. She could do whatever she wants to do. She can spend whatever money she wants to spend. She don't have to, you know, he don't keep up with the money. He don't know what money she want to spend. He don't do any of those things. And she just has the freedom to do what she wants to do. An alpha male in that situation, everything is done according to his allowances, his schedule, and his understandings. He knows everything that's going on. The woman must report to him. You understand? That's the difference in paying the cost to be the boss. Let me tell you, the beta male will pay the cost to be the boss and still let the woman be the boss. That's the difference. The beta male will pay the cost to be the boss and still let the woman be the boss. The alpha male pays the cost to be the boss and he is the boss. 100% the boss. Everything goes his way. It's his way or no way. The beta male will pay the same cost to be the boss and let the woman run the show. That's the major difference between the two. So no, a woman will not cheat on an alpha. because an alpha doesn't put her in the position to do that. An alpha male puts a woman in a situation where she knows if she does anything that he doesn't approve of, it's over. The beta male won't leave the woman who cheats on him. He'll sit there and try to figure out why, what he can do to fix it. What did I do wrong? What was I not doing, baby? What were you missing? What can I do to make it better, baby? Oh no, baby. What can I do to make it better? And alpha male, it's like Orange Juice Jones. Don't touch that coat. The bottom line is just that simple. Now, another misconception about dating relationships is that you can be a broke alpha and women will revere you the same. They simply won't. They simply won't. They won't do it. Your energy won't even be the same. That's why I tell men all the time, you got to complete your alpha journey. You got to complete your alpha journey. Don't stop just because you take care of this and take care of that. Complete your alpha journey to get the optimal alpha experience in your life. Complete your alpha journey. Some women will revere you, but we're talking about quality women. When I say quality women, I'm talking about if you're broke, do you have the type of woman in your life that you would have in your life if you were rich? That's how you determine the quality of the woman in your life. You know what I'm saying? Ask yourself this. The women in my life right now, if I hit that Powerball tomorrow and jumped into the upper echelon of finances, would I keep these women? Would they be as important to me as they are now? And the answer to every man walking is no. And men try it. Men try it all the time. Men try it all the time. Now, when you on a slow build, and the woman's there with you the whole way, contributing everything she can contribute to the process, that's something different. I'm talking about ask yourself, if you came up tomorrow, would you keep the women in your life? And the answer most times is going to be no. It's going to be no. A blessed man, appreciate the $2 super chat. Bro said, BOA, your knowledge is outstanding. I appreciate that, bro. Appreciate the support as well. These are the type of things, man, that we have to understand, man. Like, these things that we talk about in the Alpha field cannot be denied. They cannot be denied in truth. They can be denied and you're going to come with some foolishness, but they cannot be denied in truth, man. They simply cannot be denied in truth. Women will not revere and submit to a broke. How can a woman submit to a broke man? Think about that. Why would a woman? Nigga, I don't even want a woman who would submit to me if I was broke. I don't want her to submit. I want her to go get that paper. In that situation, if I'm broke, man, I need her to go get that paper. You understand what I'm saying? I need her to go get that paper. I don't want a woman to submit to me. I want to submit to the process. I want to submit to the process of me becoming the best version of myself. She don't have to submit to me as a man. She has to submit to my process and everything that process entails. And if I'm broke, that process entails that she go get some money. But if you're doing your thing, man, you don't need a woman to go get no money. If you already built your kingdom, you don't need her money. You need her to help maintain and build the kingdom. And you need to put yourself in a position where you don't need her to help you do that financially. Because all she can do is go get a job. And then she's spending time away from the kingdom building process. She needs to be about the business of building your kingdom. And if you ain't got no kingdom, she can't be about that. Another misconception about dating and relationships is controlling the money doesn't give you power. Who even thinks that's logical? Controlling the money doesn't give you power? That's why a man who makes all the money but comes home and gives his check to his woman She don't make a quarter, but she controls the scenario because he gives her the power by giving her the money. Whoever controls the money. When you tricking off on a woman, buying her whatever she wants, she controls the money. She's blowing it, but she controls it. Whoever controls the money has the power. We live in a society that makes that evident. Whoever controls the money controls the power. If you got a job, next time you look at your check, look at the name that's signed on it. Look at the company. Look at the company. And then tell yourself they control the scenario at the job because they control the money. They control what you do at the job because they control the money. They control when you come to the job because they control the money. It's the same principle in a relationship. Whoever controls the money controls the comings and goings of the other person. You can be cruel with it or you can be fair with it. It does not matter. But whoever controls the money controls the relationship. That's just the truth of the matter. No one can deny that. No one can deny that. Donovan Wood, appreciate the $5 super chat, bro. Bro say this is a great message. BOA, salute. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate the support, man. Controlling the money gives you absolute power. Now, if you're going to be beta and transfer that power to the woman by giving her control of the money, do that. But you have the right, you have the capacity, you have the ability to be in power. It's your fault if you don't take advantage of that. I ain't got nothing to do with that. We ain't talking about that. We're not talking about the choices that the beta male makes to not, exert the power that he has. That's his choice. Another misconception about dating and relationships is that it takes two incomes, so it takes two people to live a high quality of life. It takes two incomes. In this society, it takes two incomes to live a high quality of life. Okay, guess what? If it takes two incomes and you make $50,000 a year and I make $50,000 a year, guess what happens if I make $100,000 a year? Your income becomes invalid. You know why? Because I'm not going to increase my lifestyle every time I make another dollar. That's the type of thing that a woman will have you do. You in a 50-50 relationship with a woman. You're in a relationship with a woman sharing bills and finances. That's the type of thing a woman wants you to do. When a man is living in a nice home and he wants to upgrade, it's because his woman wants him to upgrade. When a man is driving a nice car and it's paid for, he gets a new car because his woman wants him to upgrade. When a man is doing whatever he's doing and he needs to upgrade, it's because his woman wants him to upgrade. When a man gets to a certain point, he's comfortable for life. Every man has his point where he's comfortable for life, where that's his kingdom. His kingdom is that. Anytime he goes beyond that, it's always got something to do with a woman. Damn near 100% of the time, it's got something to do with a woman. So it doesn't take two people because it takes two income. And you know what? Only a woman would say that. Only a woman or a real feminine dude would say that. A dude that's been led by women, and so he just repeating and regurgitating what they've told him. Anytime I've ever heard that was always said by a woman, well, sometimes it takes two income. No, it don't. It takes two income to live beyond your means to keep up with the Joneses. I don't like the Joneses, and I'm not going to live beyond my means. So guess what? There's only a certain percentage of my income that I want to go to expenses, to living expenses. Only a certain percentage. And it's no matter how much money I make or how much money I'm worth, that percentage is going to be all that I'm going to spend on living expenses, period. I'm talking about as a whole, everything it takes for me to live a comfortable life, comfortable for me, that's the most that I'm willing to spend on my living expenses. And so just because I make an extra $50,000 in 1 year, that don't mean that I'm finna upgrade. Just because I make an extra $100,000, I'm not gonna upgrade. Because truth be told, once I get to the point, or once anybody gets to the point, once you get to the point where you're absolutely comfortable with your kingdom, hey bro, there's no need to keep adding on to it. There's no need to keep adding on more and more expense to it, getting it bigger and bigger, adding on more and more size. Don't treat your kingdom like that. Treat your bank account like that. You can't build your kingdom and your bank account at the same time. You can't keep expanding your kingdom and build your bank account at the same time. Cora Robinson, appreciate $2 super chat, bro. Say salute Dr. BOA and all the Alpha brethren. Salute to you, C. Rob. Another thing, now this is a big one. Women have as much value as men in relationships because they have all the value and power in dating. Dating and relationships are two different things. That's why we give them the two different names, dating and relationships. What happens in dating has absolutely nothing to do with relationships because most people don't date to get into relationships. People date just to have random interactions with other people. It's rare that people start off dating like from a dating site or something, unless a dude just a chump. But it's rare that people start off from a dating site or, they in the dating game or anything like that. A lot of times, man, when you see married couples, man, they have a history. They have a history of just being around each other, being in the same environment, going to school together, going to church together, working together for a long time. A lot of times married couples have a history together. It's rare that people just start dating, they meet and then they date and then they end up married, man. That's not the prototypical marriage development. That's not the prototypical way it develops. So we have to understand that what happens in dating has nothing to do with relationships. Women don't have more value than men. Now, women have more value than men in dating. Dating is about pursuing the woman. That's basically what it is. Dating is about pursuing the woman. That's the crux of dating. It's about being the woman's choice. It's about being the one that the woman allows to be the one who, gets her time, gets an opportunity to take her out, gets an opportunity to hang out with her, gets an opportunity to enjoy her presence. That has nothing to do with relationships. Relationships turn the tables, and men do all of the giving and very little of the receiving in relationships. So in dating, women do all of the receiving, but it's random. You know what I'm saying? It's not an everyday requirement for a man. You know what I'm saying? In relationships, the man has an everyday requirement to take care of one woman, to provide for one woman, to be around one woman, to try to enjoy the presence of one woman, to deal with all the nuances and the particular idiosyncrasies of one woman. That's a hell of a responsibility for a man. So the woman, even though the woman's value in dating is based on her power in the dating game, it's not based on the fact that she has actual value as a woman. It's just about the way the dating game is structured. Now, she's the target. You know what I'm saying? She's the prize in the dating game. In relationships, man, that changes. You know what I'm saying? The way relationships are structured, the modern relationship, the average relationship is structured to where the man does a lot of giving and the woman does very little. She does very, very little giving. She doesn't have much to give. So it's not like she's holding back. A woman doesn't have much to give. All she has to give is submission. If you get money, you reduce a woman down to having to give the things that she actually has to give. If you need a woman to contribute money to the scenario, she don't have to give you submission. She don't have to give you shut up in this. She don't have to give you none of that because she pays the cost to be half the boss. She controls half the money. That's just the bottom line. She controls half the money, so she has half the power. If you already got your kingdom built and a woman comes into your kingdom, guess what? All she has to offer is her femininity, her submission. That's all she has. Anything else she has to offer, you don't have to get it in a relationship. The modern woman, you ain't got to be in a relationship to get sex for most of these women. Most of these women give you sex without being in some type of committed relationship. They're backwards. They believe that giving you sex should lead to you want to be in a committed relationship with them. You know what I'm saying? They don't play the withholding game, not with the man that she wants. She plays the withholding game with the man she doesn't want. So the next thing is this, man. Paying the cost to be the boss equals marriage or paying her bills. Paying the cost to be the boss has nothing to do with tricking. When a man's mind goes to paying a woman's bills, bro, I have never even had that thought cross my mind. It never crossed my mind until I heard someone else say it. Literally, I have never had a thought about, should I pay a woman's bills? Or, man, bro, for that even to become a thought in the world we live in today, it just shows you how beta the world is becoming, how much of a matriarchal society we live in, how the patriarchy in America is it's gone. It's not coming back. So you have to make your own kingdom a patriarchy. My life is a patriarchy. I don't know about this society, but my life is a patriarchy. You have to make your life a patriarchy. I don't care what goes on in the rest of society. I don't care what goes on out in the world. I don't care what goes on in your house. In my crib, it's a patriarchy. It's a 100% patriarchy, man. It's my way or no way. And it's going to be that way. And if it means that I'm going to be in here by myself, fine. I'm cool with that. I don't have any problem with that. Because I'd rather not have any woman than to have a woman, man, than to have 10 beautiful women who don't buy into my process and grow and buy into my program. My program is wonderful for a woman. She's not smart enough to buy into it. I don't want her around me. So I've never even thought about paying a woman's bill. It has never crossed my mind, ever once in my life, about coming out of my pocket to pay a woman car note, or pay a woman cell phone bill, or pay a woman rent, or get a woman hair done, or any of that. It has never crossed my mind to do that. Unless if a woman is in my life serving a purpose, if she has brought some value to my life, then I don't look at it as me getting her hair done. I don't look at it as me, and even with that, I have never just paid a woman's bills. I'm not gonna do it. She got them bills on her own. A woman can't suddenly show up in my life, man, think I'm finna take over paying her bills. What the hell I look like? That's why there's on a certain line I'm willing to cross. There's a certain line I'm not willing to cross, man. There's just a certain line I'm not willing to cross. I am not going to cross that line, man, where a woman expects me to pay her bills. I'm not going to create that expectation. That's just the way I am, bro. I'm not doing it. It can't happen, man. So paying the cost to be the boss is just about paying the cost to be the boss of your life, of your world. However big your world is, if your world is just as big as your crib, or if your world is just as big as your neighborhood, or if your world, whatever your world is, you need to pay the cost to be the boss of your world. And sometimes paying the cost ain't got nothing to do with money, with making money. Sometimes the cost got something to do with downsizing. You know what I'm saying? Bro, let me tell you something. I am not willing to upgrade anything in my life for the benefit of a woman. Nothing. I will not create a new expense for my life for any woman. No woman on earth will ever be able to say that I have created an expense in my own life that benefits her. No way. I can't do it. I can't foresee it. I can't justify that. That type of activity can't be justified. So another thing, man, is relationships can be built and sustained on matriarchal precepts like bill splitting. You can't build, maintain, or sustain a successful relationship based on those precepts. You can't build a relationship on a matriarchal foundation, not one that's going to be beneficial to a man. You simply can't build one that's going to be beneficial to a man based on those precepts, man. You can't do it. It doesn't work that way. You know what I'm saying? It simply doesn't work that way. And it never will. It's just not something you can do. You can't build a relationship on matriarchal concepts like the 50-50 relationship, or, we share this and we share that and we do all of this and we do all of that. Bro, I am not finna split no cooking duties with no woman, bro. I'm not finna split no cleaning duties with no woman, bro. The very moment a woman is in my crib, cleaning automatically becomes her job. Cooking automatically becomes her job. If she's not here, I'll do all of that myself. Once she shows up, all of that is her sole responsibility because I don't need her to contribute anything financially. You see what I'm saying? If you have a woman, it ain't no man out here finna tell me he got a quality woman that's going out there getting some real paper that comes to the crib. And after she be out there, man, going out there getting that paper, working hard, that she come home, man, and she does all the cleaning, all the cooking, and all of the taking care of the children by herself. And if she does, I promise you that there's somebody else in her life, man, that's giving her some time to relax, because that's a stressful life. And I just think, why even engage in any type of relationship with a woman that you finna automatically push out there in the world, man, who needs some time and some peace of mind and some quiet. And that's all the time going to be either with another dude or it may be with one of her bush friends. But it's always going to be with somebody else because you have created an environment of perpetual chaos for her. That's why these things need to be split. You can't have a woman that got to go out there and deal with the world, man, and go make money to help and then come back. So that's why even if she got her own business, even if she got her own endeavor, I don't want to be with a woman who got her own business. That's just me, though. I don't have to be a billionaire. I'm not aspiring to catch up with Jay-Z, man. I don't care about none of that. Of course, man, we all want to be paid. We all want to have a comfortable life. We all want to build generational wealth. But I'm going to be honest with you, generational wealth starts way before being a billionaire. For us anyway. You know what I'm saying? Generational wealth is just having enough to give your seed a head start. The same head start the other races get. That's it. Generational wealth is putting them in a position to just jump off the porch and do what they want to do off top without having to go to work and make money to pay bills. So I look at it like this, man. I have no intention of being in a situation where we know money gives power. We know whoever pays the bills has the power. That's why if you're a man and you living in a woman's crib and ain't nothing in your name, bro, you ain't got no power. I don't care how nice that woman is to you. At the very moment she feel like she don't want to be with you no more, you the one got to leave. What kind of power do you have if you can't even tell a woman to go home when you get tired of her? You got to find something to do. You got to leave home when you get tired of dealing with the woman. You can't tell her, hey, shout, it's time for you to go. You can't stay away from her as long as you want to. You can't keep her away from you as long as you want to, because you finally got to come home where she at, and she got the right to stay there too, because her name on stuff and she pay bills. Get out of here with that beta male simp man Johnny activity, man. That's not no life, man, that an alpha male want to be in. You want to pay the cost to be the boss because that's the only way to be the damn boss. Can't wake up and tell yourself the woman pay all the bills, she make all the money, pay all the bills. You ain't got no job, but you the boss. Man, get out of here, fool. That woman is desperate. That's a woman who just needs a man who's halfway attractive around her, man, who's willing to treat her like she's beautiful and make her feel beautiful again. And guess what? The very moment she feels beautiful again, that same dude who ain't got nothing, who ain't doing nothing, he gonna be out of there. They don't even understand when they being used. They don't even understand when they being used, man. But if you ain't contributing nothing financially, and you ain't got nothing going on financially, and a woman is still catering to you, treating you nice, bro, you make that woman feel good just by being there. That woman's self-esteem, man, is low. I'm talking about, man, lower than a mosquito toe. Her self-esteem, man, is almost non-existent. She just needs a man to be there. And I promise you, it ain't gonna be no young tender who ain't got no children. I bet you that. Ain't now one of these dudes tell me, man, that they flat broke, man, and they got some young chick, man, that's, not when I say young tender, I'm talking about, man, at least 22, 23, 24, somewhere around there, man. Ain't no way, man, that you got her, man, and she going out there, man, paying everything, man, doing all that, bro, and you think she respects you? She can't. She can't. Aunt James, salute, bro. Welcome to the Alphasphere, man. Appreciate you joining the family, bro. Salute. That's the reality of what we're dealing with, bro. It's the reality of what we're dealing with. I ain't making this up. It can't be made up. This stuff can't be made up, man. No, it can't be made up, bro. Man, it is just life, man. It's just some things we got to deal with as men. We got to keep it a buck with ourselves, man. We got to keep it a buck with ourselves, man. You simply can't work it out that way. It doesn't work that way. Now, another thing, man, the last thing we're going to talk about on this list is this, man. We're going to go back to talking about women who are raised to submit, will submit to a man regardless. If you're a beta male, no woman is going to submit to you. If you're a man who ain't got nothing, no woman is going to submit to you. If you're a man who busted and disgusted, no woman is going to submit to you. Not any woman worth having. Not any woman worth showing off, worth talking about. You know what I'm saying? Not any woman worth showing the contribution that she has to your life. And I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. If you ain't got nothing and a woman got to give you money to even buy food with. And I've known men who were in those situations while they were transitioning into, what they are now. You know what I'm saying? I know some paid men, you know what I'm saying? Wealthy men, millionaires, you know what I'm saying? Multimillionaires who can remember a time in their lives, man, where they were flat broke, busted, didn't even have no car. You know what I'm saying? Girl had to give him $20, $30 a week just to have some money in his pocket, man, to get lunch with throughout the week. While he was trying to get back on his feet, man. You know what I'm saying? Working a job somewhere, maybe just got out of prison, or, he had to pay a lot of money in restitution or fines, or he got hit with some back pay on child support from his baby mama, man, and ended up getting locked up for that, had to pay all that back. But most men can remember a time, man, where they were busted. And none of those men brag about that. None of those men come in and say some stupid thing like, man, I bossed up on a woman and I was jobless. Nigga, you ain't bossed up on no woman while you was jobless. Even a pimp, if he broke, he got to look like he got money before a working girl even give him the time of day. You can't be busted and disgusted and dusty and think a woman, man, that's out there on the blade, man, looking good, man, with men catering to her every day, man, validating her beauty, man, by paying the play, that she gonna even think about you when there's other cats out there, man, that's looking like money? Women don't function like that. Jeff the Chef, cook it up, man. Appreciate the $5 super chat, bro. Bro, say big consuming your content, man. Always speaking true. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate the super chat, man. So let's get ready to slide on out of here, man. I appreciate everybody being in the joint. Salute to the Mod Squad brethren, man. D. Flemings, SJ3, Brown Hornet 1975. Appreciate all the Green Gang, man. Appreciate Aunt James. And there was another new member, man. The alert didn't flash up for that new member, though. Whoever you are, man, I appreciate that as well. Let me see if I can find your name in here, man. I don't know who it was, man. Was it King Abraham? Whoever it was, man, I appreciate it. So let's get ready to head on out of here, man. Salute to your brother, D. Fleming. Salute, Famo, SJ3. Salute to your fam, Brown Hornet 1975. My brother, I appreciate you being in the joint as well, man. David N., I see you showed up, bro. Salute to you, fam. Appreciate you coming through. We're going to go ahead and get ready to slide on out of here, man. We may or may not, man, be on tonight, man. We may come on tonight, man. We'll see. If I do, man, I'll put some up, man. I think I got some scheduled for tonight, but we'll see, man. I got a pretty busy day, man, coming up, man. So just put a piece of content up this morning, man. Y'all check that out, man. It was actually an excerpt from the show last night, which is going to Patreon this weekend, man. So, hey, I appreciate everybody being in the joint, man. Let's get ready to get on out of here, man. Y'all get it in, man, the rest of your day, man. Go ahead and enjoy yourself, man. Do the things you need to do, man. And we're going to go ahead and slide on out of here, man. Peace.